My name is Chris Rybarski. I grew up in Brenham, Texas, which is in between here and Houston, and I currently live in Liberty Hill, Texas, and I'm a police officer, been so for 27 years now. In 2003, I was with the Austin Police Department, and I was the actual dive instructor for the dive recovery team. I was contacted by a firefighter at the time that was on one of the rescue teams, and he said, "Hey man, we have a race in Marble Falls this weekend, can you come give us a hand?" I said, sure. So I knew nothing about the boat races out here. I was a diver, recovery diver, search diver, and came out for the weekend and had a blast. And that was the start of my rescue diving with the drag boat. So that would have been with IHBA, which was a long time ago. Lucas Oil got involved with the series for a while, and the team kind of just followed the series around because we knew the drivers, we loved all the drivers, and we wanted to make sure that they had the best that they could have. After Lucas got out, David Carroll called me one evening and said, "Hey Chris," he goes, "I want you guys to come be our rescue team." At the time I wasn't retired yet, I was still a police officer with Austin PD, and I told David, I said, "David, why don't you reach out to Jimmy Todd? He's a firefighter, typically they don't have anything to do anyways, and he's retired, and he's been retired for, I don't know, like 50 years. So I put those two in touch. That kind of formed our relationship, and it's been a blast ever since. I mean, Jimmy and I are the best of friends, and if he was up here, he'd probably be razzing me right now. Some of the water we dive in, I mean, you're talking visibility is 18 inches. So it seems like you should be able to see something like a capsule, but when you're diving in that kind of black water, dark water, we have the pinger. It's got a sonar, and it has a headset, and it dials into our frequency. And when you go to the bottom, you can actually go real slow, and it'll pick up the ping, and then you can narrow it. So something that would take you probably a couple hours to find, we can find probably in a matter of seconds. You know, I think the most memorable moment was probably the first race we all came back together with SDBA, because we thought it was over, right? We finished with Lucas Oil, and then David kind of revived the series, and it was truly one of those moments where it was like, man, we're doing this again. And I say every year, man, this is gonna be my last year. I'm getting old, I'm getting tired, and then here I am back in the heat again. We took a trip to Mexico together one year, and we took our wives, and there were 20 of us, and we showed up in Cozumel, Mexico, at this really nice condo. And back then, Paul Hostler was with the team, and he rented this Volkswagen Bug convertible in Mexico for $7 a day. And every morning and every evening, we would take the trash down, and we would just put it in his car. So he finally paid the door guy one night. He says, "Hey, you gotta protect my car." So he gave the guy $10. We gave the guy $20 so we could dump trash in his car. It was one of those moments, but it was one of those teams, like, you know, it was just, the team was together, the racing season was over, and we were in Mexico, and we had a blast together. And we actually found a drag race, a motorcycle drag race on the island of Cozumel. I mean, what are the chances of that? So that was a pretty good moment.